hello, ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I am the pain in the vein of everyone.
I would have said in the pain in the what was it? Pain in the vein, and the bane of.
Maybe. I, of course, am the slightly witty and insane and not so funny Mr. Irvine.
You say not so funny, and yet you still produce some laughs somehow out of thin air.
Yes, but that's what it is, thin air.
But it still counts.
Yeah, it does. To be fair, it does.
It still counts. Well, yes, you may have already guessed that this is a pre-recorded episode, although it was almost live on the wrong day.
Do not check your dials. Do not look at your station. We are not live. This is a recorded episode.
Of course, although, as I've just mentioned, we were almost live. Whoops.
We're almost, because Matt Burns has got fat fingers.
And that's what she said.
Dude! What? Watershed!
We're covered.
We're not covered. You absolutely... I told you, ladies and gentlemen, I told you he's a perverted man. Animal.
Even though there is a little message that does, there is usually... a message still saying, probably a bit over, a bit adult nature's topics. But anyway, would you kindly do our usual?
Let me see. Maybe. Okay, I'll do it. Deep breath. What the fuck am I doing that for? Anyway, without further ado, I bring to you the Sunday Watershed.
Yes. The
following broadcast may contain language, opinions, and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners, or for those that are easily offended. However, I do believe that Tom and Jerry is much easier on the eyes and ears.
Haven't we done Tom and Jerry?
I was hoping that you wouldn't noticed.
I noticed, but...
God damn it.
You know what? I'll do one better. As my colleague did mention Tom and Jerry again, it is so good, you have to name it twice. But then again, he could always be on about Tom and Jerry Kids, even though it was a bit hit and miss at times, but it's not as good as the original, but still a lot more easy on the eyes.
Okay then, I shall retract that one, and I have got a better one.
Go on then.
I have got Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's it. Sold. I'm
so,
down for that.
I do believe, if you are easily offended, that Alvin and the Chipmunks is much easier on the eyes and ears.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Wonderful. You pedantic mofo.
Anyway, just to get everything all covered, just to point this out, and also to point this out, we do this every week. So, may I take this one, Mr. Burns? Would you kindly, please?
So, every week we put out a message that we are in full support of... Now, for those that are hard of hearing, and we know a certain particular individual is very hard of hearing, we are in full support of Black Lives Matter. We also advocate for #speaking out. So,
yes, we are.
shall we repeat that for the absolute monumental moron that clearly didn't hear that on the first several million episodes that we have done so far?
Would you like me to speak it clearly for everybody? For even the back row?
Yeah, even for the back, because he's a bit hard of hearing, isn't he?
Anyway, the burning truth is in full support of Black Lives Matter, and we are advocates for #speaking out.
And if you would like proof of this, just check all the other episodes out.
If anything, better yet, when you're checking on the episodes, why don't you even look at the logo image of each episode?
Yes. Obviously, just to point out, I think somebody just got a little bit butt hurt, didn't they, really?
True, they might be, but then again, no. The difference is, I understood what they were trying to state, but they were trying to do it in such a way where they were shooting shots where none needed to be done. But anyway, we're above that. We'll rise above it.
We rise above it. Still hate that cunt.
But anyway, we'll move on.
Cunt. Just to spell it out, see you next Tuesday.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't a fan of ours use that one?
Oh yeah. Just check out my Twitter.
Oh, anyway, haters are gonna hate. We'll move on.
Oh God, I love that. I love Teak for that one. That one was great. I
don't think that was Teak.
I thought. Oh no, it was Mark, wasn't it?
That was Mark.
Well done, Mark. I'm sorry, but both of them came up with pure gold.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm just pointing this out to the fans that did actually respond into what was being brought out. Thank you to each and every single one of you. Genuinely, 100% appreciate the fact that they know what we're all about. We know we're not doing it for just what was being implied, but we'll move on.
Yeah, what was it that was being implied?
Just doing it for likes and listens.
Yeah, being a bit snide and just doing it for likes and listens. But, nothing snidier than what only can be described as a ferret.
But anyway, we'll continue on with the message that we're going to keep plugging every week, which is the fact that we've always got a microphone available and some time available for anyone who wants to discuss their thoughts and views, or if they've got anything they want to get off their chest in regards to either subject matter.
Either subject matter. The lines are always open for people. Obviously, when we are not live, it's pretty pointless, but, still, our inboxes are always open.
And genuinely, we've always got time for it, because the thing is, we want to be able to get the message out, and, if people need to have their voice be heard, we've always got a mic for that, for their voice to be heard. And it's not about us, it's about them having their voice put across over our own. That's how serious we take it. But anyway, that aside, I'll just be stating this as well. If anybody does come onto it where they are talking about either one of them subjects, we will, however, have to state the following. We will not allow any slander, anything libelous, anything that can generally just get us sued.
Yeah, exactly. Because, quite frankly, we just are broke.
No. And I'm pretty, I'm pretty sure if it came down to it, one of us would have to learn the law quickly and probably pass the bar.
Yeah, we know that ain't me.
I can only hold so much information.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it obviously wouldn't be me because my head is like a bag of cats.
And even I have a limitation on memory banks.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because it never comes across that way when you say, I'm putting that one in the wank bank.
I wasn't... No, I'm not reacting to that one because I did walk into it Oh,
Literally.
No. Rephrase.
Oh, no. No.
You caught me out with that one. That's all I'm going to say.
Caught you with your pants down.
I can't win now, can I? That's it.
No.
I'm screwed.
No, you know this game. This game's called I Win. You know this.
No. Not accepting it. Anyway, moving on. We've got to discuss about this week's blog, or should we say blog?
Vlog. It is no longer Matt Burns' log this week that we are content to reading. It is my vlog.
And I'll just point this out. Twat.
Yes. You know me too well. What can I do you for?
I'll just say the little joke you threw in at me.
Oh, would this be regarding a certain Thor's hammer?
Yes.
Would that be because Mr. Matt Burns once went to the loo?
No. All I'll just say is we don't need to mention the story.
All
I will say is
it's so much fun.
We'll save that for
Save that
the interview.
I wish you'd have saved it for another day. Damn!
I should have just followed the Deadpool rule. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, whose kitty litter did I just shit in?
And the funny thing about it is he even knew where I was goddamn going with it.
Oh, dear.
Good punchline. But anyway, point being is, as soon as you threw out the inside joke punchline, I started to laugh and having a good chuckle. What I wasn't prepared for was the timing of when you expected me to stop chuckling.
Oh, yes. I do believe that it was perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yeah, as soon as you did it, I was like, I need to... it's like, how?
Maybe it's just from doing that many episodes with you that I just kind of get used to your laughing giggle routine.
I was just about to say, you're in my head, aren't you?
No.
Not in that way.
No giggity. No bueno. No.
No. Doggy afuera.
Anyway, moving on, shall we?
Alright.
I will say, good listen, great vlog. Definitely, it's coming. With it being the second vlog, I will say this to you. I am hoping to be starting doing some vlogs myself, but I'm also going to be still doing some logs or blogs as well on the side. But the point being is, the whole blog situation could end up being rapidly changing. More on that later.
Ooh.
It's a later date, potentially, when thought patterns and ideas are fully planned out.
Yes, that'll do.
Yeah. And we've got to mention TBT interviews.
TBT interviews.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, we've got the next one pretty much already arranged and everything. We're just doing the final touches on it and getting certain clips added to it. Yes, the next one will actually have a clip in it.
A certain particular clip of Matt Burns. I won't tell you what it is. No spoilers.
Correct.
But let's just put it this way. When he sent it to me earlier, I laughed very hard.
You're already laughing internally, aren't you?
I'm still laughing now. I can feel my bum twitching.
That just sounds wrong.
It's twitching like a rabbit's nose.
Anyway, aside from that, yes, we have got that interview underway. Would you care to do a teaser, as you normally do?
I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, it resembles something. I think he's quite style-ish.
Potentially, you could go down that route. He's not exactly the phenomenal, but
Yeah, but
close enough.
He's close enough.
Close enough.
And he doesn't do exactly what the Young Bucks do.
Ooh, no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. But I do understand that he likes them. You absolute clank.
No, that's what he does to his opponents after a certain move.
Ah, dear. You know what we should call him?
Go on.
It brings a whole new meaning to the nickname Stiffmeister. Doesn't it?
We may have to present that idea to him.
And also, how many times was it? Was it 3 times? Once.
The end result was twice.
Once. Twice. 3 times Matt Burns.
Unlucky me. Anyway, however, this week's episode that was released on, of course, Why Wednesday.
Why Wednesday? I
will just point this out now. Apologies for the technical issues on the release of it on certain social media apps for it due to being late. There were some massive technical glitches that did actually happen on that day.
Yes, mainly Matt Burns' fingers.
It wasn't my fingers. There were some technical issues, and unfortunately, I wasn't made aware of them until my colleague made me aware of them. So apologies for that situation. However, the interview itself, thoughts?
It was absolutely banging.
It was absolutely brilliant. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was, of course, the bad girl, Chantel Jordan.
Absolutely banging. I loved it. It was great.
If I'm not mistaken, as you probably mentioned on that one, it was a first for you.
Yes, it was. First time of having a female wrestler
be interviewed by Senor Irvine.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and the fact that she actually thought it was fun as well makes my day, because that's what I strive to do. That's what I want us to do. I want us to have wrestlers on and actually enjoy and feel comfortable that they're talking to people that they see as friends or potential friendships being built. I like to
bridges.
Building bridges, because I'm not one to burn bridges down after 10 years or so. But
I see what you did there. I like it.
Cool.
I liked it. The funny thing about it is it's always about building up bridges, and yes, we are called Burning Truth, and burning bridges could have been so apropos, but no, we're not doing that. We're here to help everyone else, and we are going to be giving out the burning truth when people need to have the burning truth, the full truth and nothing but the truth.
So help you God.
I was almost tempted to do a Dragon Ball Z abridged quote then, but nope, I'm not going to go that.
No. Although I do think that you actually owe somebody a thank you for a certain Dragon Ball Z thing.
It's already being arranged. Don't worry.
Good.
Don't worry. We've got that covered.
Good.
And probably in actual fact, probably by now when this actually gets out, probably would have been paid back actually by now.
Just the one drink then?
No. Not the one.
Half a bottle?
You'll have to find out. The point being is, for what's been provided, I am well happy.
Yeah, I would be too, to be fair.
Well happy. I am not letting it out until it's in a frame. And there was nothing sexual there.
Yeah, I was actually a bit worried about that one there because I thought, where can I possibly take this one this
That's
time?
That's why I just thought to just throw that one out straight away. Nope, it's going in a frame. It's a poster, and it's not one of the. It's not one off Pornhub. It's not a porn star or anything like that. Don't go there, dirty minded.
You just did.
I'm beating you to it. I'm beating you to your own punchline. But anyway, point being is, it is an entertaining poster, that involves Dragon Ball Z. Well, Dragon Ball Super to be technical.
Well, all I'm going to say is, from your last little statement, why are you being sad on me by trying to do what Peacock does and censor me?
Censor you?
Yeah, you wouldn't let me come up with something. We all know that you have a right to censor.
It had to be done. I had to throw that one out there.
No.
But of course, let's get back onto track because we have gone off track. For the TBT interviews, as always, we are aiming them to always be on a Why Wednesday.
Why?
Why? Why not? That's what I say.
I love it.
He loves it.
He fucking loves it, he does.
That he does. But anyway, moving on. We've got to move on to our topic that we normally cover usually. And let's just say this. This is not going to be your regular... It's not the regular scheduled programming. We are, of course, doing something that we haven't done in a while.
We are going to be swinging it when we're winging it.
AKA, hashtag, winging it.
I'm still getting that on the t-shirt.
Damn right. I'm fine with that. So, we're going to be talking some WWE. Yes, there is a topic that could potentially have a massive rant, but we're going to try to be not so negative.
I don't think it's going to be a massive rant. It's just going to be straight to the point. Our thoughts on the situation.
We've then got also to talk about the main event picture on Smackdown. Interesting. And we've also got to talk about a bit of AEW, about a certain surprise a certain wrestler provided to everyone in the locker room.
Pizza?
Even better than pizza.
Damn.
I think if I'm not even mistaken, he was telling everybody, get over here.
Get over here.
Just to give a bit of a hint.
Nice.
And of course, we've also got we may have to wing it on the epic wrestling moment.
That's cool.
But that's always cool. And then we've got a non-wrestling topic, which for this week is going to be involving some TV and probably a bit more additional subjects. Well, we're hashtag winging it.
Yeah, it just depends. Time constraints and all that.
That it is. But anyway, let's just get this underway. WWE, there was a recent situation involving some releases.
Yeah.
And before we get to the main one that we were about to discuss, there might be an interesting theory about one of them. Samoa Joe.
Right.
It might not be the fact that he's actually been let go as in fired or anything like that. He might have actually asked for his release.
Well, I don't blame him if that's what he wanted.
And the reason behind it, the so-called rumour, is why he may have asked for his release, is the fact that WWE won't clear him to wrestle. Potentially, probably saying, we'll just want you on commentary. You're too hurt. And he wants to get back to wrestling. He's been cleared by other doctors, but he can't get cleared by the WWE doctors. So that's an interesting theory.
Nothing hurts your career more than being jobbed out to Brock Lesnar.
And Roman.
And Roman Reigns. Oh, God,
And
that is
everyone.
damaging.
Especially when they're borrowing a certain golden shovel.
Yep.
It's not like he's got it written in his contract saying cannot be made to look weak, like some workers do. Just thought I'd point that out. Or don't you know about that?
No, I'm just going to point out the fact that your chair is creaking as if you are literally cocking your leg up just to let out a rip-roaring trump.
Nope. No trumps.
Disgusting.
There's
animal.
no trumps here. Anyway, moving on. The point being is, that's the rumour and speculation of it. However, we have got to discuss one of the people who have been released, which is none other than Mickie James.
Yeah, Mickie James released.
All I'm going to say is, I'm going to let my colleague set the scene.
So you're Mickie James, and you are wondering when you're going to make a return to in-ring action, and then all of a sudden, boom, you get hit with it.
You've been released.
You are being released.
Now, with Mickie James, and I've always got to say this, and some of the posts that she's been putting out have been really nice, really thoughtful, and genuinely, she's even showcased that there's no hate at all.
How is that possible?
She has actually done that. There's no hate. In regard to what's happened recently, there's disappointment, but not hate.
Understandable.
But it's understandable. But we'll get to the whole disappointment thing in regards to it. Because in one of the posts that she did before, that she has done, is she mentioned that the first time when it happened, she was absolutely #breaking it. Pretty much panicking because it's her dream job.
Well, yeah.
But bearing in mind that the first time she didn't know what to expect or how to, could she work outside of WWE or anything like that? Now, we all know that she can. There's not just one option. There's not just, there's not only the WWE. There's multiple options. And she has actually survived on the independent scenes, and she has actually wrestled at other companies. So, she knows what she's doing this time around, so she's fully prepared, and there's no hate towards the situation, and much love, if I'm not mistaken, from what she says on the post. However, when you get released, or you are let go at times, and you can't get to the office to get some certain things, if you're in the office, you got some stuff in the office. Sometimes work has to send some of your items. Agreed?
Yeah.
And with Mickie James, she had some items that she was waiting to receive from WWE. Correct?
Yeah.
How did they arrive?
Maybe in a certain box that may as well have been toilet paper.
Anything else?
Not sure.
Just to point this out, her belongings arrived in a box that was in a trash bag with a single label on it saying Mickie.
Nice. Such a classy way to do it, that is WWE.
Oh dear. Now, in this situation, I will say, she had very much, as much as the post that she, and I'm just going to say this, for people who are saying that she's after attention, not being funny. I know you're entitled to your opinion, but stop being arseholes. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Number one rule of progress and the burning truth. Because you are being a dick if you're saying that. Because, yes, she is after attention on the situation. You are right, but it's not for herself. It's to point out an error's been made that shouldn't be happening in the first place.
It's like, so say Amazon is delivering your package. Yeah, you expect it to turn up in a reasonable condition. You know,
Yes.
in a nice and reasonable condition, which Amazon, I normally find that they do.
Yes.
But for it to receive this soggy box in a bin bag, I mean, seriously, what the fuck?
Now,
What
a lot of
sort
people,
of a message is that sending?
now, some people could turn around and say, "Oh, they probably put it in the bag to stop it from getting water damaged." No, what they could have done is they could have, if they thought it was going to get damaged, or they want to make it look a bit more preserved, they could have put it to one side. It's a different location, and then asked Mickie to come pick it up. I'm pretty sure Mickie wouldn't have had any issues with that. But then again, certain places don't want, when you've been let go, don't want them coming down. They could have made alternative arrangements. Communication is key here. However, in regards to it, that hasn't happened, and she put out a message straight out to Vince McMahon. Now, Vince didn't react himself straight away, although who did react could have been informed from Vince, or could have seen the tweet on Vince's page, which is none other than Stephanie and Triple H.
Yeah.
I will say their response very professional, and as much as you can turn around and say it should be behind closed doors, I understand that it should be behind closed doors, but at the same time it shouldn't be behind closed door at the same time, because this is something that needs to be brought to attention because it shouldn't be happening in the first place. I think how they've handled the situation was in a very, very professional manner. Now, from this situation, this has led to a firing.
Yes. The man who decided it was a great idea to treat people like they were something he just stepped in.
Now, the problem with this is the person who was actually let go was a gentleman by the name of Mark Carano.
Mm-hmm. Now,
supposedly he was actually high up on management, but at the same time you could turn around and say he's high up on management, is this a first time mistake or anything? Regardless of it, in a way, it could be presented as, is WWE setting an example to show, no, we're not having this. The thing is, in regards to it, more than one person has come up and stated, I thought I was the only one. Meaning this has happened before. And the problem is with this situation is the ones that have been stating, I thought I was the only one, are also female wrestlers.
Oh, could it potentially be another hashtag speaking out?
Could it be? But no, the thing is, however, WWE have dealt with this very swiftly and potentially got it sorted. And kind of let me say something about Mickie James's message about being pleasant and everything, not being upset and more disappointed. The other reason why she was disappointed is because her having to point this out has led to someone being fired. At which point she says she wasn't happy, but she didn't hope to get anyone fired. But at the same time, she's not kicking herself up too much because, and on the other side of the situation, the person should be blaming themselves at the same time because they shouldn't have done what they've done.
Yeah, I'd
Agreed?
agree with that.
So, my thoughts on the situation, people might be saying that she's after attention. Yeah, she is. To point out a wrongdoing.
Yeah, exactly. and clearly a lack of respect for other people's belongings.
Correct. Because I would not wish that to happen on anybody. On anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody. And yes, that even includes them.
I'm
I'm not a monster.
That's it. I'm not a monster.
I wasn't referring to that. I was not referring to that either.
I know, but I couldn't help it.
I know.
It's like flicking on a light switch.
As soon as you mention the word monster. It's automatic. But anyway, the point being is, for me, in regard, and you'll be able to do it in a minute, for the ones who are actually just pointing out and saying they could have done it behind closed doors and everything, fine, you have a point. But at the same time, it also doesn't make sense of keeping hush-hush about it. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Keeping hush-hush about it's bloody ridiculous, because it just makes, when it does come out eventually, it just makes it worse.
Yeah. At least now it's being addressed more swiftly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it should be done swiftly. Shall we move on?
I believe so.
Let's move on to SmackDown, shall we?
Yeah.
And talk about the main event picture.
Oh, yes.
Which is involving the big dog, Roman Reigns.
Oh, my God. Okay, Michael Cole.
Sorry, I had to. Big dog! Big dog!
It's like that Kevin and Perry song, isn't it? Big girl, big girl.
All us want is big dog, big dog, big dog, big dog.
Oh, my God. No.
Sorry, I had to.
It's like that time that you ruined the test entrance theme for me, you know what I mean?
What, this is a test? A test? Test.
Yes. Shut up.
Are you ready? Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Anyway, let's continue. The thing about it is, with Roman Reigns, he has been absolutely entertaining. Now, I will say, glad to see Daniel Bryan back, and he's in the main event picture. What's also great to see is the fact that Cesaro's still in the main event picture as well.
Yeah. I do, like I say, I'm a big Cesaro fan. But
He's not quite fully in it yet, because he's still got his dealings with Seth Rollins, but I know last time, when we mentioned that Seth Rollins was fighting Cesaro, we all huffed, puffed and gone, oh.
Here we go again.
Yep. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to give WWE the benefit of the doubt.
I bet that took every strength and fibre of your being.
I don't be just another Jim Cornette.
No comment.
Even though I do have the hatred for a certain person.
What is it that Americans say? I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I love it. Hey, hang on. You're saying that now? You could pass the ball if you're saying stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. The point being is, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because Cesaro is showcasing that he is in the picture, but at the same time, he's also being there in a supporting role as well. And it's just a bit interesting because normally when WWE do sort of stuff like this, when they've got a massive villain and they're setting up for a certain situation to happen, they could be potentially building up Cesaro onto something really big here. And I am hoping for it. Please, WWE, let him break that glass ceiling. And please, let him be going against Roman Reigns soon.
Yes, I would be very, very happy.
But when the time is right, and you know what I mean by that. You know exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah.
But I will say, there is one person I wouldn't want to be on SmackDown right now. I would not want to be main event Uso. And the reason being is because I'm pretty sure he's got a certain song stuck in his head right now.
You spin me right around, baby, right around.
I'm pretty sure on that. Genuinely, because wow. How many times he spun around. He got spun. And what was so interesting is the fact that you got Daniel Bryan pointing out, why isn't Roman coming out to save family, who's supposed to be a family man, head of the table, protector, doing it for everybody. And it also shows Daniel Bryan in the aggressive side. And it's like, this is interesting. But at the same time, Roman's laid down the law and stated that Cesaro is not ready for him yet. He's not even in his league. Step aside, small man. Probably pay for that comment later. Most definitely will. And then turned to Daniel Bryan and stated that he's got one final chance. But if he loses, he doesn't want to see his face on SmackDown. And the funny thing about it is, if you were Cesaro during that promo, he had every right to be pissed off at Roman for overshadowing him. He didn't. He turned to Daniel Bryan and just goes, "You've got to take it. You've got to take it." Almost in a sense of, I'm going to back you up in this. Which is interesting. Especially with the fact of Daniel Bryan and Cesaro look good together.
Yeah, but then it's like WWE will look at it and just go, "Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's make them tag team champions."
No,
thank you.
No. But I'm interested to see how it develops, because I feel as though Seth Rollins is going to push Cesaro into the main event picture to be ready for Roman.
Is he though?
It was Seth Rollins. It's looking like he is. It's looking like he could. I just hope they do. So, as I said, benefit of the doubt for once. Although, you cross me on this one, I will make you pay to a degree. Just look at that out of the way. Shall we move on?
Next.
Let's move over to AEW. Now, normally we talk about all things wrestling at AEW. We're not. We're going to put across instead the positive messages and how helpful that some of the workers are towards each other.
Yeah.
And Cody Rhodes had to put out a message during this week. Right? Now, you think Cody Rhodes is probably going to be putting out a message about himself or anything like that, and it's not. He wanted to put a message out in regards to Miro.
Yeah.
And you think, well, isn't Miro a villain? Why would he be shouting out to Miro? Why would he give praise to him? And the reason why he's giving out praise to him is because Miro has done something really nice during the pandemic. And if you didn't get the reference from earlier, from what we mentioned.
Yeah, we're talking about Miro.
Go on.
Miro taking everyone to watch a certain film.
Yeah. Which is Mortal Kombat.
The new Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. During the pandemic, and pretty much taking them to the, making sure to get everyone in the locker room to have a ticket to go watch it. Now, everyone can sit there and say, oh, he could afford to do that or anything, blah blah blah. It's like whatever. He can afford it. So what if you can afford it? The scary thing about it is he doesn't have to do it, but he
That's
did.
true. He doesn't have to do it, and it's just going to show what a nice guy he is.
It goes to show he's almost living up to his gimmick. He's the best man.
The best man.
The best man. By being there for his friends, which is awesome. And it is. It's genuinely awesome.
It is, because you don't hear it very often.
In actual fact, I knew I missed off one subject I wanted to be, but I'll get back to it in a minute. Because we are hashtag winging it. Of course. And it's a good subject, though.
That we are.
Good subject, though.
Swinging it when we're winging it.
That we are. So, Miro, props to you, mate. 100%. Good on you. Looking out for everybody. Although I can't wait to see it in the UK. As for when that happens, we don't know yet. But if anyone finds out a proper way that we can watch the Mortal Kombat, the proper way, legal, let us know, because we definitely want to see this movie. Agree?
Yeah, exactly. I watched like the first 7 minutes of it.
I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't even look. I don't want to even tease myself with it, because if I know I want it more. It would kill me not to be able to watch it. It could finish me. That sounds wrong.
No, that sounds very... Why? No.
Anyway, moving on. Shall we?
Absolutely.
I'm going to take us back to Smackdown. Because somebody's returned on the screens. Somebody cut a promo in a very dark room
Oh my God.
with candles lit.
Could it be Booker T?
Fuck off with that. You can fuck off with that.
Why?
Nope.
Could it be Booker Black?
Nope.
Could it be Alistair T?
Getting closer.
Could it be Alistair Black?
Yes.
And why is he sitting in a dark room this time?
He's reading books of Dark Passage and stating, I'm not lying to anybody. I am telling it like it is. And I'll be honest with you, he's coming across very villainous, and he's got an edge to him.
Yeah, you kind of lost me when you just said he's reading books on the Dark Passage.
No. You need to see it. And
What, the Dark Passage or the promo?
the promo. You need to see the promo. At first, from what I could see, I thought, ooh, this could hurt him. But then as it went on, and you see him going on, and he's using these words, and just he's a very good wordsmith. Very good. And he has me sold on this new gimmick. And I cannot wait, because believe me when I say this, he is spewing venom. And he is aiming it at the crowd.
Interesting.
He is really spewing it out. And believe me when I say this, if you haven't seen it, go check it out.
I was half expecting him to leave.
I was, but it looks like they might not be going down this road. There could be something interesting coming out of it. We'll have to wait and see.
See what happens.
Anyway, is there anything you want to discuss for yourself?
Well, I was waiting for you to start to discuss your TV moments, but
Oh, I just generally just thinking, just thought of, just ask if you've got any wrestling moments.
oh, wrestling moments. Ooh.
You see what I did there?
Ooh. Now I'm gonna go with an underrated epic wrestling moment, and it's actually Spike Dudley.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you know what's coming.
The problem is, I'm saying uh-oh. I just don't know which uh-oh it is. It's uh-oh. Uh-oh or uh-oh.
It's uh-oh.
Really?
So it's a bit of a fail, really, if anything.
Go on.
But it is a huge fail.
Go on.
Epic proportions. How he came out of it alive, I don't know.
Go on.
I'm talking about the match where tables were stacked up outside the ring.
Oh, God.
And he was supposed to have been, I would imagine, would you call it a double choke slam?
It was a double au revoir.
Yeah, it was a double au revoir, and
A standing spine buster over the ropes.
Yeah, it just it's like he's going, yeah, I think he's dead.
And I'm glad you pointed that one out, actually. And I'm glad you pointed that moment out, because I'm going to share a bit of love right now to somebody. Which is a fellow interviewer. He's across the pond. He also follows us on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah.
He actually interviewed Spike and actually mentioned about that story.
Ouch.
He actually asked Spike on that story. And Spike's answer shocked me. His answer was, I didn't feel it.
Oh, wow. Really? Spike? Really?
He just says, what, you didn't feel it? He just goes, probably through my stupidity, pure adrenaline.
I will go with a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
And whatever C is.
Yeah, and whatever C is. There may even be a D there somewhere.
Or even a H, because he missed the rest of the other letters.
Well, I'm surprised he could remember them, to be fair.
Exactly. And the scary thing about it was, he literally says, when it happened, right, he didn't feel it, he just knew to sell. So, respect on that, if that is the case. Or he's just trying to live up to the adage of I'm a Dudley and I'm double hard, as in I'm a double hard bastard.
Oh.
And I don't mean that in a sexual way either.
Oh.
I just thought I'd point that out. But anyway, the point being is, he says he was getting to the back and they were apologetic instantly. Well, they ended up coming up and apologising. And do you know why they ended up walking up and apologising to Spike?
Because they thought they killed him?
It wasn't because they thought they killed him. The locker room thought that he killed him. And when they got to the back, oh dear. You know it's bad when people are waiting at I believe, gorilla position, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
And they were lined up. Uh-oh. Yeah. They got read the riot act.
I'm not surprised for that botch, because that botch was just, you know...
Do you know what makes it even worse? I think why people were even more upset.
Go on.
Is because the fact that they actually did the exact same move on, I believe, was it Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
On a few weeks prior, and put him through the table perfectly.
Yeah, well, that was whole part of their shtick, though, wasn't it, as a tag?
No, but the problem was, they thought... Now, the problem that they had was, with the person that they originally did it on, they had more weight. So when they run with him to put him through the table, it'd have more momentum to go further. What they didn't take into consideration was that Spike was a lot lighter. Now, in some cases, some people might sit there and think, wouldn't that propel him further? To a degree, but with the guys, they thought, with him being smaller, they hadn't got put as much throw into it. So it undercut. Oops.
It undercut, and Spike literally landed on his head.
On the corner. Ow.
Of the table when his back hits the floor after, and now I just, wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that would be where Matthew Botchman would be screaming out, "I am the table."
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to. But genuinely, ow. But respect to Spike for handling it professionally. And the scary thing about it is he was okay, he was fine, and they moved on.
Now they're like, what? How old are they now?
Who?
Well, Spike and
La Resistance.
yeah, that's right. I couldn't think of the tag name then. La Resistance.
Even though that sounds
really shit.
It just
sounds a bit generic to me.
Yeah, could have been done better. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to get ages in my head now, off the top of my head. I'm just trying to remember from the interview on how old Spike is.
Google.
I think he was about 50, Spike is.
Mm-hmm.
I know Sylvan is in his 40s. Now, the one person who I think that might surprise you is probably Rene Dupree. Because he was a lot younger for his age, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, at the time, he actually ended up becoming he's actually the youngest wrestler on record to hold the championship.
Fucking hell. Quite a feat.
I can't remember the age that he was. I know he might be in his late 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Now, you wouldn't think that, would you?
Well, I thought he was older.
But I think he won the tag team championship at 17. 17, 18. I think his record might have been broken by Paige.
Yes.
But on the male side, he's still the youngest.
Well,
it's still a feat.
Yeah, it is.
It's still a feat.
It's just a shame that it didn't help him guide Spike Dudley through tables.
Oops. But genuinely, it was that's a good little epic wrestling moment.
Yeah, Spike Dudley getting broken in half.
No, he wasn't broken in half. He probably would have looked like he's broken in half if he landed through the table, right? Or better yet, if they were smart enough, they should have watched ECW and watched how it was done.
Yeah, properly.
And aimed at the crowd. Well, they could have asked Bobby Ray for some tips.
Well,
or
yeah.
Bam. And I know it wasn't Bobby Ray who threw it. Was it Bobby Ray who threw him in the crowd, or was it Bam Bam Bigelow who did it the first time? I think it was Bam Bam Bigelow who did it. But yeah, anyway, shall we continue?
Let's continue.
Let's move on to the non-wrestling topics, shall we?
Yes.
Because let's talk TV, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk TV.
I know what everyone's probably sitting there, probably chomping at the bit right now. They're probably sitting there thinking, yes, we know what you're going to be talking about. We know what TV show you're going to bring up. It's on Disney Plus. We know. You covered the other one. Anything else? Do you want to say anything to that?
The answer would be, yeah, I do want to talk about that, but it's not just that one that we want to talk about.
No, because instead, I'm not going to lead with that one. I'm actually going to lead with one that is currently still ongoing at the moment in time on Amazon Prime. And the scary thing about it is the new episodes of this show actually is on the same day as that other show, which is on a Friday. The new episode comes out every Friday. And the show I'm on about, what has been done as a comic originally. And that would be none other than Invincible. I will say this to you. If you're a fan of superhero shows, give it a check out. But be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely. I will say, as many people may know, yes, I am a geek. I am a nerd. I am a comic book geek guy. And no, I'm not like the off The Simpsons, worst quote ever.
I was just about to say that then.
Sorry, I had to. I beat you to that one because some people have already pointed that out to me. I will just say this. It is absolutely brilliant. It goes in a direction that you may not think. And genuinely, it's one that may actually touch on certain subjects that certain other cartoons don't. But we'll have to wait and see on how far they go with it. Because if they're following the comics, oh boy. They've got a lot coming.
Well, it sounds it.
I will say this. All I will say to you, just to set the tone, and it's not going to be your usual typical superhero show, is the actual one of the actual creators of it. One of the creators is one of the actual, he is the person who made he might have made a certain popular TV series or popular comic book previously, if I'm not mistaken. Has anybody ever heard of The Walking Dead?
I may have heard of The Walking Dead.
You may have heard of it. Same creator is involved with it. I'm not going to say any more on it. The only thing I will say is I watched episode 1 and was completely in awe of the episode and was jumping ready for the next episode. If I actually had the entire series there and then, I would have watched the entire series there and then.
I just want to say, is it really that binge-worthy?
It's that binge-worthy. I am already... they do it so well right now. I've already watched the latest episode yesterday, and I can't wait for it to be Friday again already. So I'll get to watch the next episode.
That's when you know it's binge worthy.
I really, really need that episode. Although that just makes me sound like I'm in a bad place.
I need it.
I need it.
Give it to me now.
Precious.
No.
What?
No.
No, anyway. Would you like to care to move on to the next TV show you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Go
Really,
for it.
really, really, really good. They continue to amaze me, Disney do, with everything that they're doing with the TV series. A couple of times it's blagged me out a bit, but it's really, really thingy. It's just really intriguing how they are. I nearly spoilt it then.
They're knocking it out the park.
Yeah, they're just knocking it out of the park, and you can't ask for any better than that. And I mean, when you guys actually get to watch it, if you are a fan of it, of course, when you get to watch it, you'll understand where we're coming from, because comic book accurate.
Oh, I can say that for sure.
And I like how the title of the TV program and the actual title of the episode isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't. How can I put it?
It's not spoilers. It's interesting. It's entertaining. It's thought-provoking.
I'd go with that, actually. It is very thought-provoking.
They touch on subjects that are very... do you know why they touch on certain subjects that are very interesting?
Because it's true.
Not just because it's true. Would you believe that the actual series changed because of the current situation?
Yeah, and now they're actually playing that to their advantage.
And they've played it to their advantage in such an amazing way. And I will say this to them. It is absolutely epic. I am thoroughly enjoying this. And I remember when I first heard of the fact that they were going to be going from doing just the films, the epic films, to the TV series, I thought, they're not going to be as good. It's not going to be as good quality. We were wrong.
Unless it was like WandaVision, where it's like the first 3 episodes were just terrible.
No, I was fine. I was fine with that for me. But that's the comic book geek in me, though, because I was noticing things. For me, but not everyone's a big fan of it, of them 3 episodes, which I'm fine with as well. But I think the way they've actually done each of them, how they are bringing the Marvel Universe into the realism world, into the realistic world, it's such a unique spin and take on it. And I can't wait for more. Again,
yeah, we've got more films coming out first, though, haven't we? We've got all like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
We've also got another TV series coming out soon.
Yeah,
In
Loki.
June. I cannot wait for that one. I have been a fan of Loki. I'm a fan of Loki, but in actual fact, I'm more of a fan who's playing him.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
The actor who plays him plays Loki to... No, and do you know why I actually like Loki? It's because of Tom playing him. Is it Tom Hiddleston?
No idea.
I'm hoping I haven't butchered it, because if I have, I apologise. I'm just having to see it. Would you care to stall for us, please, while I just double check?
And what would you be double checking?
That I'm right. It's Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, it is Tom Hiddleston.
I thought I got it wrong.
Why would you need me to stall over that?
I couldn't think for a few seconds.
I know, that's why I was making you squirm.
Twat.
Oh no, you know me too well.
But yeah, anyway, the point being is, he does him. He is. You couldn't have picked anyone better for him.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He'd be very hard pressed to find anyone to play him in that role. I cannot wait to see him in his new role, because if I'm not mistaken, it's got even Owen Wilson in it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is how shocking it is. It didn't. A certain Mr. Wilson, Owen Wilson, doesn't even say his usual line in the trailer.
Did he threaten to batter baby puppies?
Nope. He didn't say, "Wow." That's normally his thing. Although I am expecting it at least once in the entire series.
Yeah. I'm expecting the Hulk to just turn up and smash the shit out of him again.
Puny God.
Puny God.
I'm also wondering are we going to be seeing different, is it going to be different? Are we going to be seeing different versions of him? Could this even lead to the other Loki that other people are fans of in the comic books?
What's that one?
Lady Loki.
Ah, interesting.
But because I don't want to be such a spoil sport or anything, in case you want to know who that is, you'll have to wait and see. Or look it up and spoil it for yourself. Because I'm not giving any more information than that.
I can't, because I just can't think straight.
Fair enough. I'm fine. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But genuinely, I cannot wait for Loki. But like you said, they've got so much content coming out, the Immortals and everything. But the question is, are we ready for it?
Yeah, I think we are.
We're ready for it, and I cannot wait to watch more of it.
And Mortal Kombat.
Get over here! Sorry, had to.
Yeah, I thought you did. Go to your system now.
Flawless victory.
I take that as a no.
Now I do. That better?
Much better, yes. Much better.
I could have used the other line, but I thought that would have been too cheesy. But I'm not going to do it.
Which one?
Fatality.
Ugh.
I don't want to do that because, I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin our friendship. Sorry, I'll see myself out. I'll see myself out.
Please do. Make sure the door hits you in the arse on the way out.
Is there anything else you want to cover?
I'm just looking at time because I know Matt Burns has got to be somewhere.
Because of a busy schedule.
Yep.
Is there any topics you want to cover?
Let me see. I was thinking of something earlier, actually.
You just can't put your mind to it.
No, I think it's just one of them that'll have to wait until next week. Because I've got a feeling I know that it would have taken up too much time.
You got me wondering now. Would you care to mention what it was?
I can, yeah. Things that we used to collect as kids.
We'll be here all day.
Exactly.
They'll be here. No, you'd have to book a. I'd have to book a. We'd have to book a week, a month, maybe even a year.
Well, I'm not being funny, but I've actually called my dog after one of these special things.
I see what you did there.
I see.
I see what you did there. And for ones who were in the know, you know.
When you know, you know. If you don't know, you'll find out.
And you've been missing out.
Anyway, absolutely.
Anyway, that's going to be a wrap up for the topics. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think it's time to move on to the final stage.
I thought you were going to say countdown then.
No.
Moving on. Let's just state that we, as always, we always recommend you check out some charitable organisations. Change for Health and Wellbeing, Recovery Radio, Mind, Donna Louise Hospice Care for Children, and of course, the light side of professional wrestling, Botchamania and WrestleCraft and OSW Review. That's all I'm going to say about the additional links. If you want to see who we are, of course, in full support of, check out the links page on the Burning Truth website, which does regularly get updated. Agreed?
It does, very much so.
It does, because we've always got we're always having to move things around and always sharing out some love to some additional new content. I say. Indubitably. But genuinely, I will say there is the website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. Let me also point out that on the links page, all the external links that are on there, we cannot be held responsible for, as we have no control of them. So don't get upset with us. We can't control them.
I just want to say we can't control them. Please don't get upset again.
See what you did there. And of course, we've got plenty of content on there. You've probably listened to the episode on there. You've probably listened to past episode interviews and everything, all the above. But we, of course, got... there is a topic I want to cover up, actually. I did consider, but you know what? No, I'll save that for another time. I'll save that for another time, because give it time on the idea. But anyway, of course, we are, on social media, which is Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And as such, we are also on TikTok and everything. You can, of course, listen to current and past episodes, be it either through the website, Speaker, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Amazon Music, and of course... Google Podcasts.
Thought I'd forgotten then, didn't you?
No, I knew you'd remember. And other sources. But if anybody's interested in also providing some support for the Burning Truth, we've also got a certain certain link on the actual website. A certain section of it.
Yeah, there's a certain section where you may purchase certain goods to support.
If I'm not mistaken, it's called the merchandise page.
Buy my fucking merch.
Buy our merch. Check it out. But genuinely, it will actually support us, and anyone who does actually purchase any merchandise from there, we will be eternally grateful and thankful. As these do actually, anything that is on there does actually go towards ourselves, and more importantly, towards potentially actually helping out, progressing things further.
Yay!
Woo! And with that, I believe that is everything in regards to plugs. Would you say?
Yeah.
And let's move on to the wrap-up, which is none other than the mental health message. My turn or your turn?
I believe I will give this a shot.
The floor is yours.
The floor is mine. So, everyone, it is okay to be not okay, and asking for help is never a sign of weakness. And you'll find out that there are more people that care about you than you actually know.
Yeah, you do. 100%. And the scary thing about it is that could be either a family member, a friend, a work colleague, hell, even a stranger could even surprise you.
Or Google.
Yes, I'll give you that one. I can see where you're going with it. I saw where you're going with it. You know, I'm pretty sure you've probably even asked to check out on a few Dolph Lundgren pictures to help out with your mental health. Oh no, wait, that's somebody else, isn't it?
Yeah, that was somebody else.
I'm getting my mind mixed up. Sorry, not what it used to be. Anyway, moving on. Never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits, quoted by Tom Campbell of Cultaholic. And I know what you're saying, why we mentioned somebody who's from Cultaholic. I know Tom, he is a genuine nice person, and believe me, them words never speak louder. They speak volumes to me. And he is someone who has always been a massive advocate of mental health like us. And of course, we also put out the message of make yourself a priority once in a while. And why is that? Because it's not selfish and it is damn necessary. And of course, if you can be anything in this world, especially at this time, be more kind.
Be more kind.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am about to ask Mr. Irvine to state the number one rule of Progress Wrestling and the Burning Truth. And in life in general.
Yeah. Don't be a fucking dick.
Yes. Don't be a dick. Also translation, stop being a bag of dicks.
A massive Santa sack full of dicks.
Pretty much. Otherwise, get in the bin, get the fuck out, and fuck off. There's the door.
Fuck off. Fuck you.
Pretty much. Screw you.
Screw you, car.
I see what you did there. Love it. And of course, we are always going to be quoting this message, which is a quote from a film. And it speaks true. Can you remember the names?
Theodore Long.
No, you're close. Would you like me to do it quickly?
Theodore Logan.
Yes.
And Bill Esquire.
Close. I'll give you that. I'll give you who it is. It is Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan, which is none other than the Wild Stallions from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and Bill and Ted Face the Music. Is that correct, the new one?
Yeah, that's the new one, yeah.
Which is, of course, the message is, of course, be excellent to each other.
I can't wait to see that.
You know?
Be excellent to each other.
And, of course, we also recommend everyone to stay well, stay safe, and hopefully, check out your local wrestling, give them some support, of course, on their social media, and, of course, also reach out to family, friends, anyone you haven't spoken to in a long while, be it either a phone call or You can actually now, if I'm not mistaken, in the UK, pay a visit in the backyard.
Yeah.
As long as you social distancing. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we know that everybody is going to stick to that, though.
But if you are going to be doing that, please follow the government guidelines. We do recommend that because we want to be out of this current situation with the pandemic. But with that, all I will say is reach out to a family member, friend, or anybody you haven't spoken to in a long while, either through a quick visit in, outside, a quick phone call, a message, text message, carrier pigeon, fax, or, in any format that you can think of. Even writing a letter.
It would be nice to write a letter. Carry a pigeon.
Yeah.
Just don't forget Dick Dastardly and Muttley are lurking.
Pretty much. Anyway, I'm just going to point this out. I've been Matt Burns.
Happy Nyama.
Where have you been, Almo? We haven't heard of you in a while.
I know. It's been a strange week. What can I say?
It has.
It's been a very tiring week as well.
That it has.
So you'll have to bear with me for being so quiet. I try. I think I just warm myself out. All that excitement like a kid in a candy shop.
Aha! Anyway.
Oh! Hold on, Pluto!
Anyway, I've been Matt Burns.
You were expecting more then, weren't you?
I didn't know where you were going with it.
Hello, Pluto! Do you want to come smell Minnie's knickers?
No! No.
Hi there, Mickey. Can I join in on the fun?
That's not Pluto. No.
No, I know that wasn't Pluto, you massive vagina.
Anyway.
Goofy.
I'll get there. I've been Matt Burns.
He's been Matt Burns.
Really?
Really?
He is, of course, Sir Senor Irvine, or James Irvine.
That I have.
This is The Burning Truth. It has been emotional, and we'll hopefully catch you on the next week, so stay well and stay safe, and we'll hopefully catch you then. Until then, stay safe.
Hopefully, I'm not as sleepy.
True. But thank you very much for listening again. We'll catch you next week. Until then, catch you later. It's been emotional.
Bye-bye.